we're talking, and he's welcome to. They both.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, they're just going right into the next
If they
one.
want to go right into it, that's fine too.
Brandon can just come
by.
by.
If they're doing best of 3, let us know, please.
Yes, please. Oh yeah, it looks like
It does look like we're gonna go right into finals here.
All
so
right.
That's fine. Nobody wants to talk to Dustin again.
Ah.
You talk to him like an hour a day.
It's more than I talk to him more than an hour a day, but whatever.
Now you're just getting greedy. But as we were mentioning earlier, this is going to be probably a quicker matchup.
I would think so. It's
the
a little.
Turles is going to come out swinging, and
It's a little less turtly, that's for sure.
Those punches are either going to hit or they're going to miss. Mm-hmm. Brandon, pull up a chair.
Hello.
Congratulations on top 4. So
thank you.
It was something.
It was rough to watch after a few turns
just,
there.
I thought
not
we
much
were
going.
even, but then
While they're doing
yeah,
that.
there was really not much going. That's how that deck rolls, but it's just it's a Dustin deck. I was just telling your brother that
It's a cool deck.
plays
I like
cards that other Namekian decks don't play.
Yeah.
And then just a lot of good tech and things like that. So.
But once that deck gets going, especially the more defensive build like that, once you've got enough options to level, and that's going to hurt your stage damage so much.
You're just looking for that one combat, one entrance, and you can just get a couple attacks off, take the lead, and just kind of stall from there.
I saw you went for it, even though you had double visiting into play. And,
I had to get rid of
right,
it.
what do you do?
And actually, I think it worked out pretty good.
He did have to kind of use his visiting suboptimally a little bit.
Yeah.
That's what I was
But he's still double visiting.
Yeah.
We got a crowd over here now.
Yeah, we got a whole bunch of people. So when earlier on, I think you blocked an attack with neck beam, and you gave him an anger. At that point, were you trying to just push him to 3?
I was trying to push him to 3, and then I know he used the mastery to get to 3, and then that was just a big combat. With
There's
A lot of stuff happened that time.
Yeah, and
At the start of the combat, just looking at his hand, this could go for 15 actions.
Exactly.
He had like 4 or 5 Dragon Balls out. You're probably thinking just push him off 2, and then you can maybe control the Dragon Balls a little bit away from him.
But in hindsight, not the right move, but that's all right.
Like, he probably would have gotten that level anyway.
Right, yeah.
That's
At
what I was
that point in
thinking.
the game, what were you going to do?
Exactly. Because he hadn't used the mastery yet. He was at, I think, 3 anger.
Especially like once Namek 6 hit the table, we were sitting there. We couldn't think of a single thing that would help you at that
Not
point.
much.
Yeah.
Not with blue physical.
All right.
That's all right.
So we're starting up here. Cody Schwartz has gone first. Let's see what he gets. He's entering combat.
I was going to say, this is
All
his
right.
chance. Like,
Yeah.
you pass
Got a
one
shoulder
Shoulder
grab.
or
grab.
2 times, you might lose this game.
So we'll see what Dustin found in his top 3.
Yeah, if Dustin's got 2 live cards in his top 3, and
I see an Onslaught,
He
cross
took it.
guard, and a Maxwell.
it's not
Those
great.
are not the cards.
Yeah.
He can use the onslaught potentially. Well,
Not anymore.
yeah, if he's a 0 or
He
Do
can
we know if
mastery
it's best 2 of 3?
it's best of 1.
Best of 1? Okay.
Best of one.
Winner take all.
Not in Dustin's
Well, that's
advantage, I think.
It's a heritage drill. Either way, it's,
Okay, well
it's
that's
a mastery pitch.
gone, right? Consider it gone.
Considering his other options there, but the thing with Red Turles here, he's going to come out pretty hard for these first couple phases, but it's only going to be 3 attacks.
Yeah.
The thing is, if he's got like a shattering leap in his hand,
Yeah,
it could
if
be
you can,
really ugly.
if you can start chaining attacks, but
You draw dead against this deck once, you're down 25 cards, even if he doesn't have a shattering leap.
Yeah.
I saw, one of his other cards was a physical +3. I didn't see the last
looks like he
one.
drew a sphere.
Yeah, that's that one.
Okay. One of those new attacks.
So that's gonna push like 10 more damage.
No endurance.
No endurance.
Beep, beep,
There
beep.
it is, all that endurance.
Lovely, lovely endurance. All gone.
Ow. Goodbye.
Oh yeah, no mastery. Right.
Yep.
That's the thing about red turn 1.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to crit the anger 1,
Yep. Theoretically.
maybe, if he remembers to say something.
There it goes.
There it is.
Again, we don't hold hands here.
There was a sphere he drew with his mastery.
Okay. So there's another one. Number 1.
That attack actually should have lowered both his anger, but whatever.
Well, he didn't mastery.
Yeah, he didn't.
Oh, for the shoulder grab. Yeah.
It crit and also lower their anger 1.
Well, no, I didn't because he didn't red ruthless this time, right?
The other part of the power.
I thought it was all.
I think it's your attacks get a buff
You
and
might have to
it
use the
adds.
mastery to actually give all your attacks
That's-
that
I
time.
think
what
so.
thought, but Anyway, Dustin took like 20 damage.
Yeah, right. That's a rough turn. Now he's
Not an
zero.
optimal start.
Closer to 15.
But look at that
Right.
Namek
You
7.
push damage against this Namekian deck, you're giving them a dragon. And in
Yeah.
this case, that ball
Perfect
7 is
draw
going to
for him.
probably,
Right.
yeah.
He maybe would have preferred Namek 6, but I think he'll take it.
I mean, at this point, with a 15 or whatever card
He'll get some nice
took,
cards
yeah.
here.
Yeah, he
See,
could top
I
deck
see a
some,
hybrid
some
defense,
blocks.
leaping kick,
Yeah, he can get some
knee
stuff
block.
back
There's
now.
lots of options
It's
for
not
him
the
here.
end of the
Right.
world.
On some level, he might even consider a Gravedigger to 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, against Turles, you pull that off, you're definitely hurting Turles.
Yeah, I think he'd probably go for the leaping kick first just because it's guaranteed.
Yeah.
Hybrid defense. Get the
Probably
dig.
not going to buy
Get
those
the
spheres.
dig.
Yeah, the red Turles, I'm a little bit familiar with the deck. It's not really running very many events. I don't even think they're running spheres in red Turles.
I don't think so either. I didn't see anyone who was here earlier.
They were running red restriction though.
Yeah. I don't know how you can build red turlets without restrictions.
Yeah, well, you never
You
know what
could.
some crazy people will
Right.
do. Not Cody though, he's not crazy. By the way,
he's
it's
played
also
very well.
Brandon.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
that's right. Sorry.
Good catch.
Cody is not Brandon.
Let's leave it up there.
All right. Let's get him some
In your
credit
head.
here.
Do you know where to?
If we let an outsider come in and win our states, I mean, that looks bad.
It's true. Do you know what state these guys are from?
I don't.
There was a group of.
Yeah, I think he came with the landings.
Ohio,
Yeah.
I think.
That sounds right. I know Alex. From
Are they all from Ohio?
I think
think
it's
so.
Ohio.
Look at all these
I think
blocks.
the reason it's a best of 1 is because the Bengals game is on an 8.
That's,
Ah.
you know what? They were talking about that before the
Good.
tournament. So, yeah. So, knee block is a great card to top deck.
And
because
he had a
either you get it
leaping
as a
kick.
block when entering as the defender, or you get to get the anger from it passing.
Yeah, I really
And
like it in this deck.
Not only get the anger from it passing, but then you get to put it back on top. So,
Yeah.
knee block is
You'll
absolutely
gain
insane.
anger until you gain a level,
Right.
or until somebody declares on you.
Right.
Oh,
There's a
he
nice
just
3 you hit with that Namek 7.
Yeah, that
so-
could have been an ugly combo.
restriction
Although,
and
You
restriction
have
vision.
to
and stare
discard
down
the
don't go
stare down.
together, but any sort of restriction just turns off the mastery and a lot of other cards for the deck.
Dustin heals a cross guard, which
There's
of course
the
gets him
drill.
a drill. Doesn't do anything yet. It may not. If he
Probably
levels
won't by
up.
the time he levels
But,
up.
You know,
It's there.
yeah.
Good for Dustin that the top card is not run in a discard.
Right.
Yeah.
The ball
That's-
7 mucked
yeah,
that
that's
up.
A nice clutch out of your
If you're
control
Cody,
play.
you kind of can't declare combat this turn unless you have an absolutely nuts hand. Because you're
Yeah,
attacking
I
into
gotta
3
think.
blocks.
I gotta think you pass. Just set up your discard pile.
Right.
Yeah. Can't imagine he wouldn't.
Crazier things. It looks like he's gonna set it up. He's got a red
hop
red
or
hop
something like that.
and stop. Oh, Namek 6.
Ooh.
That's the card he wanted.
Phil,
That's huge.
how do you feel about digs in orange 20?
It's good.
There was a question for. Okay, Phil's hydrating right now.
Thumbs up. He approves.
You get the Phil.
It's definitely a different kind of build than what we saw at Worlds. Mm-hmm. So there's definitely room to build that more aggressively.
Yeah, I don't think there's a right
for the
necessarily
walls.
20 build.
Oh,
It can vary.
There's definitely not one right 20 build.
To elaborate on Dig is good. Orange likes it as an alternative leveling option. Obviously, you get to keep your drills. Some decks you want to push them up.
Oh,
with
Dustin's got
drills.
6 out now.
Yep.
That's nice.
And
You got that off
on
the
top of that,
master.
making your energies unpreventable is huge in the mirror match
Yeah.
too. So I like Dig.
Ryan Lambden had his orange 18 deck was running digs.
Yeah.
And over 9,000s.
Yeah, I heard that. I like it.
So happy.
It's cute.
Okay, yeah, he entered.
All right, we got a combat.
There we go. Dustin's got some stuff.
Dustin's got a leaping kick.
Leaping kick. I think it was
Yeah.
either
Hybrid defense.
a quick shot or a hybrid or a cross.
He just
Very close.
masteried to play shoulder grab.
Lead shoulder grab. That's a nice play. Start trying to take those Dragon Balls back.
Right. At least either take ball 6 to push some more damage or 7
So
to punish.
he'll probably let this one through and then work around it in the future.
Right.
He'll still do some nice damage on him. But I think he'll probably go straight for the leaping kick after that.
Yeah, Dustin can recover from a stolen ball. Just leaping kick and get 2. and use
Yeah.
He's
his
still got
2
some
power.
stages, so we'll see if he decides to leap kick now or save it for later.
Bye, guys.
Stay here. Thanks for coming.
I think tomorrow afternoon I can write something. So I'll let you know.
Just looking for some.
Evaluating his options, of which
Yeah.
there are many.
Did he take the damage?
Yeah, he took the
Okay,
60.
that's what I
Right.
thought. I was
Like
fairly
two
certain.
leaping kicks in his hand?
Quick shot.
He'll play quick shot. Or
That might have.
I don't know what that was.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
He's just
He's
hard
performing
playing
an energy.
for 3 life cards.
Huh.
Oh.
4 life?
I think it's 2 base.
I thought quick shot was 4 base.
I think it's 3.
Well,
We'll see how many damage
we'll find
it
out.
takes.
Yeah, sure. Just kidding. No, we won't.
I don't know what's happening anymore.
He took it and then reorganized his discard pile, which we now don't have access to.
Oh.
There's a red right punch on top.
Right cross.
That's a good card.
Yeah, I'll see,
He's got
see what sort
a
of drills
pair
he
of
finds.
angers, so he can take 2 things out. He does have a heel kick in his hand also, by the way. So Turles is set to possibly go nuts this turn.
Woohoo.
Embarrassing Drill is a good option with the heel kick in hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know they like Intimidation.
Yeah, that's a nice one. He's got a lot of mileage out of that one today.
Turles is good at critting.
Yeah. Hidden power drill.
That was
Okay.
unexpected.
All right.
That's interesting. It's not
I
gonna-
don't disagree.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
I was expecting an embarrassing drill.
That leveling up a lot less appealing now.
Right, for sure.
So obviously Dustin wants to get off level 1 here, but what would you say his optimum level is?
It depends. This deck's so fluid; it can just move between
Yeah,
levels, and it doesn't have to camp at any one given level.
Yeah.
If you leap and kick, you have to get to level 4 to win by ball, which isn't necessarily what he has to do to win this game. Turles sort of bleeds out on its own. So.
Right.
Yeah.
You could get up to 3 and then start just tossing physicals for
Right.
7 and control the Dragon Balls.
The cool thing now is if Dustin does use a leap and kick, it'll put Turles to 0.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Turles will at the very least lose 3 base.
And any attacks that he has might cost stages like a Shattering Leap or unplayable.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. And a second leaping kick after
He
that. could
So
also-
for
Mastery.
mastery, no discard? No discard.
No discard.
Red power punch.
Yep.
More
If
drills.
successful, tutor another drill.
Red drill specifically.
Maybe that embarrassing drill this time. I didn't see. I think they're running forward stance drill too.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I didn't.
I
I
saw,
did
I
not
saw it
see
earlier.
despair drill
No.
anywhere, which is great because I still don't know how the timing on that card works. It's one of the worst worded cards.
He's gonna
in
block
history.
this one just to keep his Dragon Ball.
Now, if he uses a hybrid defense, he could get 3 anger from it. 2 anger from it. Just kidding.
Yeah, it'd be 2 anger.
Not anymore.
He's going for the
Just
leaping
kidding.
kick.
Now
Okay.
Do all versions that you guys seen run hidden power drill?
No,
It's a
actually-
pretty uncommon
okay.
choice.
Yeah, this red Turles is the first red deck that isn't a 20 deck that I've seen running hidden
Yeah.
power
I
drill.
like it. I played against
Yeah,
one. And
I like it in Turles because it's not like you really need that base damage anyways.
Right, plus your
Or-
damage
or
is
any
coming from
stages.
For the
modifiers.
stages, yeah, you're just going for the throw. So
Yeah, and even one turn of recovery can really damage Turles.
Yeah.
yeah, and then one attack.
It also
zero, no matter
it takes
what.
some of the pressure off for declaring all the time too, because they'll just max at their
Right.
5 stages and you won't let them get up to 10 by passing.
Yeah.
Right. So
Yeah,
Turles
hidden
looks like
power
he's
drill's
out of
neat.
steam for this combat. Basically,
Yeah, I think he's about
got
done,
one card
so-
left, which is a heel kick, so it'll be two attacks. But the heel kick's
Dustin
not gonna
does
do too
have
much.
another leaping kick.
Yeah, Dustin's got a hybrid defense too, so he could take this heel kick and then save the block for whatever's being tutored.
See what it
Which, you know,
takes.
I'm guessing there's a double strike or something in there. It does, again, that leaping kick took Shattering Leap off the table.
Yep.
I think there was one in the discard pile, so
I think it's just gonna be a
looks like
garden variety attack.
that leaping kick is a funny, cute option. If successful, both players lose a level. Yeah, that.
Okay, wow.
So Dustin has to stop that.
He's
Which,
gotta
you know,
read it.
I had to read it too. I didn't.
I was wondering how you knew that what that did.
Because I played one of his friends.
That's
yeah.
not a card I've seen lately. All right, so now he's
So-
definitely gonna let this attack
Yeah,
through.
he'll let the heel kick through, which will do 2, 4, 6, 4, and then he can
lose
save
his
the
Dragon
hybrid
Ball.
defense. Oh,
Which
that's
he'll
true.
instantly crit back.
Right.
Possibly, I'm not sure.
I don't
what's
know
in
how
his
many
hand.
cards he has left. Yeah, in his hand.
Dustin is 2.
See if you're-
We'll see if
see
Red.
if he remembers to.
Yeah, if Cody
take it.
remembers he used a shoulder grab. Doesn't look like
Doesn't
it.
look like it.
Nope, didn't.
There it is. Dustin passed. Gonna block. Gonna take some anger.
Right. Maybe. Maybe.
Oh,
not.
that's right. He's off level 1, so he wouldn't
He
get
can
the
take
anger.
2 things.
Uh,
I mean,
he,
he could still get anger just by taking. There you go.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's way better. And because that ball didn't get stolen,
Yeah.
now that assistance
Right.
drill is live, and then Dustin does get the anger from that, and
Put him through anger.
chose to put the knee block on the bottom so he can get that back next turn also. Turles is out, so
So let's see. Not sure
Dustin's
what Dustin's last
probably
card
not
is.
going to use his
Oh,
power
sorry,
at this point.
Leap
It
kick.
would,
He is gonna use his
oh, he
power for
will
the
use
leap
his
kick.
power. Put the hybrid defense back on top. That's fine.
So draw a card to see what he gets. Maximum will. Which he can't use.
Which you can't use, right?
Hybrid defense. It's
There
back.
it goes. Yep.
Woohoo.
2 cross guards and a hybrid defense.
I feel like you put some of those
That's a
there.
pass.
He can get back that heritage.
He's
drill
gonna
right
get this
now.
heritage drill right now and probably be alright sitting at level 2.
Hold on to a hybrid defense, maybe.
Don't see why not.
There you go. Get your stage.
Probably not going to put that cross guard back on top this time. Nope.
That back. Cool.
So after that early beating, Dustin's kind of clawing his way
He
back
is
into it here,
Stabilized excellently.
as
Yeah.
well as he can.
I think he got a couple of his top cards he needs for this matchup.
For sure.
Ball 6.
Yeah, I think
the drill.
At this point, it's a hard. Turles being
Uphill battle.
right. Turles being a card down
yeah.
is hard to overcome.
Yeah.
But
Especially as Piccolo can also filter his hand, and the Mastery filters his hand.
he is still losing essentially a lot of stages by being stuck at 5.
Yeah.
So that's going to keep Turles in the game here a little while.
And that hand
Until Namek
doesn't
4
look
hits the
it's-
field.
Oh, there you go. Yep.
You might have a ball.
Now,
There it is.
Boom. That's before power
Before
up.
power up.
Yep. I love this Namekian deck.
It's really neat.
It is neat.
Very toolboxy, kind of like blue.
Yeah, it is.
But
It
even
does so many
better
things.
just 'cause
I
It's
like
a good hand for Turles.
I like it, and I like decks like this that just have that kind of flexibility that can lean into a different strategy very quickly.
Right, yeah.
exactly. It takes a good player.
It lets you adapt to situations.
run that.
Was he
More than
supposed to
other.
draw for a drill? Turles?
What about Turles?
They said he didn't draw
If
for a
you ever
drill.
if you ever did critical damage,
He forgot that he used shoulder grab, is
but
what happened.
intimidation drill you actually have to do critical damage.
Oh, that's well. Shoulder grab does make you do critical.
Oh, yeah.
damage. Yeah.
So, yeah.
So he forgot not only to draw from the drill, but also to capture a Dragon Ball with the
So
shoulder
he
grab.
definitely forgot that he
Yeah.
had
So
played.
that was
shoulder
just a
grab. So that's-
mistake on Cody's part.
If he comes back to watch this or just remembers, he's not going to feel good about that.
Right. Yeah.
He definitely could have kept the Dragon Ball, although Dustin might have gotten it back and would have definitely altered
Right.
his sequencing.
And he could have drawn a card, and you never know what it's going to be. A double strike there. would have
Right,
done a
and
lot of
that's
damage.
much bigger, is that you have
Right.
another attack queued up, probably.
I'm not exactly sure what's happening. Why is the stare down just kind of chilling there?
I'm not
I
sure.
think he's looking at Dustin's hand right now.
Oh, is he? Oh,
yeah,
okay.
that's
That was a
Sam.
little
Yeah.
strange.
Put it on the table.
We want to see.
Dustin did not draw an amazing hand,
Yeah.
but
Visiting
not great.
Dragon Radar.
that confrontation or that hybrid defense is probably going to go right now.
Yeah.
The
Or
worst
maximum
part about
will?
those cards is he can't even really pitch them to his level 2 or
Interesting. He
mastery.
chose a maximum will.
Okay.
So
I wonder if he's
I
thinking of
have
going to level 2? No, he's
no
going to-
idea what. I mean,
don't know.
he doesn't have an energy block, so clearly he doesn't want to eat that much damage.
Doesn't
That's
have
an
a
energy
sphere.
for 7.
I mean, Dustin's going to figure this out real fast.
Right. So
Was he thinking
Maybe wanted to put that combined
combined
blast through.
blast?
He doesn't have the anger.
in the same
right, he
other
doesn't have
way.
the anger for combined blast.
So you can still play it as an attack for 6, but
Right. But Dustin gets rid of this double strike. He can eat the power lift, and then he can hybrid defense the combined blast, and then he doesn't really take any damage this combat. I think because it's confrontation and not stare down, you can get rid of the double strike and not have it
you,
just
you
get
leave
mastered.
that you leave that stare down right on top of the discard pile.
Right.
Yeah, I actually forgot it was a confrontation for a second. I was like, he's going to put something on there and he can
One
just
of- one of
master
the
it.
rare
right
One
now.
for confrontation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
One of the rare situations where confrontation works out better.
Yeah, no kidding.
And Dustin doesn't have anything he can do with the rest of that hand, really.
Yeah.
He can
Gain
heal
2
a couple
anger.
cards. Yeah. He could level up to 3.
Yeah, he could master it to 3.
If he wants to, you'd lose those drills at this point.
I guess that's true too.
I don't think it's worth it right now,
Probably not.
especially when you're full stages.
Yeah.
So we'll see which card. If he has to play the hybrid defense, then he can keep both his non-combats. But if Cody passes, then he will have to decide which of his non-combats to keep because they're both pretty good.
I would probably discard the radar just since 2 of the balls are banished,
True.
3 of them are in play. So the ones that aren't in play are
and that visiting is always pretty useful.
2,
Yeah.
3.
1, 2, 3, and 5, and 2 and 5 I think are the ones that are banished.
He definitely got rid of 5.
Yeah, I think it was
maybe
just 2 and
3,
5.
maybe or
So
2
1
and
and 3
whatever
are in
one.
the deck still.
Bleh.
Yeah, they're just
He's going to keep visiting.
Yep.
Oh, are they out?
And Dustin continues to have too much of a wall to overcome. Visiting just
And
he's
again,
gonna
it's-
burn another turn.
Namek 6 right at the heart of it.
Right. Especially without the hidden power drill in play. This
But
is
we were seeing this deck earlier. I don't believe it's running knee lifts.
Just the good thing is that
No,
for
it's-
Cody
yeah.
doesn't,
You got another
doesn't
ball.
have number 1 out. He doesn't have ball 1 out.
yes,
so-
it does.
Now,
Oh, okay.
yeah, he
Well,
just drew
that,
it.
that just
Okay.
got
So
worse.
So now, right? Yeah, he could have taken it with relaxation or something
Yeah.
earlier,
That's what I
but he
was
didn't draw one in
thinking.
time. So
Yeah.
Now
Now
it's-
it's even worse for
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
two terrible things just
Sorry for
happened.
jinxing you, Cody.
Right.
It looks like he
Cody
didn't
Maxwell
enter.
back on top.
There we
Yeah.
go.
Cody hasn't taken much damage.
He hasn't.
And
It's,
he's if anything leading the life card.
real close,
count a
or he's
little
winning,
bit,
but-
and Dustin's not in a situation where he's threatening.
He's
to
got a
win by ball either,
restriction.
so-
not
Uh,
quite.
and can't win by anger
Yeah,
anymore.
he's got.
so this
can't win
this
by
game
anger,
could go a
and
while.
He needs to get to 4 to win by wall. So.
Mm-hmm.
A card like restrictions is the first step towards getting it done.
Right.
Right. So if you compare that with.
The problem is he's got another combined blast in his hand. And again, no anger to benefit from it really.
I don't think I like combined blast in this deck or any deck.
It's okay.
It's I don't know. It does have
Ruthless
a nice
has a
3
problem
endurance.
with having enough anger to use it. He is running embarrassing drill and,
Yeah.
and red stop and some of the other tutors for it too. But Dustin was.
But
able
it
to
doesn't
get all
quite
4
fit
out.
with the flow of the deck either. You have a big energy attack when most of the time you're trying to push physicals.
Right, yeah, and that's the problem with his hand now. He has the
Right, he's
restriction,
got
but he
2
has
energies
2
in
energies
hand.
in his hand, and he can sack one of those to his mastery.
Yeah, and
Well,
he's-
not anymore, but
If they know that. I know, Dustin definitely knows that that's how
yeah.
it works.
So now he can drop one of his energies.
Picked up a lightning flash.
Yeah, those are 2 good cards to draw. So if I were him, I'd. Wow, I'm surprised he discarded lightning slash.
There's not. It's only one match, right? They're not doing best of 3.
He might just be abandoning stage pressure at this point and just
Right,
hoping to
trying
chip
to
damage.
push combined blast through to capture a ball and
Yeah.
do some damage. Not that capturing a ball is a permanent solution to anything, but 6 life cards is nothing to scoff at.
I wouldn't even call capturing Dragon Ball a temporary solution.
No, it's,
Yeah.
it's a one-phase solution. An annoyance, you
Yeah.
could say. Dustin's figuring out what he wants to visit for. I'm guessing he's probably going to visit for something.
I would think so. I can't imagine he wouldn't.
Yeah, especially with
Hurry
the
quest.
red restriction active. Well, yeah, you can't take hurry
Oh, that's
quest.
right. With restriction active, you can't hurry quest. So
Right, so
his
he
options
would take a
are-
block, but with 1 dead card in his hand and his mastery and his power turned off, I gotta think he's gonna take a block with.
Yeah.
He's thinking about an attack.
He might know that he might have to crit to get a Dragon Ball back, so he's thinking about double blast. He's looking hard at that knee block too.
The girl. Yeah.
The thing,
Hashtag the girl 2016.
the thing is, we have 2 monitors here.
Yeah.
Lorraine's looking at the one on the right with the chat, and Phil and I are looking at the one on the left, which is just entirely the game.
Yeah.
So sorry, chat, we haven't really been listening to you.
Not sorry.
Thanks for watching.
I don't feel I'm missing
Yeah.
out.
No, I mean they're just kind of lamenting the Turles player and
That's
such.
fair. The shoulder grab mistake was.
Yeah, that was
But
not.
that was a long combat. I get it.
They were paying attention because I was typing. That's why I started to move, and they're like, "Oh." They're like animals.
A pack of angry dragon wolves.
And after watching AGDQ chat for like 3 days, this is like
Tame
a butterfly.
Yeah.
Dustin,
So many Star Wars
Dustin
spoilers.
taking a dig.
digger.
Interesting.
All right.
I
Me-
like that play a lot.
I do too.
Yeah.
He's got enough anger now. He could get to 4. Well, not
That's
this
right,
combat, 'cause
he
can't use
could.
His
He
mastery.
can't use his mastery.
But next combat he could, and he can push Turles off of 1.
He's probably
which is a huge
thinking that
deal.
it's an emergency stage
Then
option
he
too.
gets all
Right,
four,
he could
gets
put
all
Turles at
birds.
0 if he wants.
Oh, that's funny.
There's
This
a
could
lot
be
of
interesting.
Digger was an interesting option.
It was a
He
surprise
must have been
digger.
confident that he was going to draw at least 1 block, because otherwise, you
Yeah.
leave yourself fairly open.
Or he's just assuming that he was coming in on no blocks,
Right.
which is not an unfair assumption.
Well, yeah, Turles probably almost never is entering with a block.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
the thing about these, decks like Red Turles.
They're so easily knocked off.
Right.
Yeah.
As an Android 20 player, they enter a lot of times with, no blocks in hand, and you punish them with a blue slash or a PowerPoint or whatever.
That-
And they needed every card in their hand just to
Right.
try to push through.
That's been the game since like
It's
OVA
set one.
Roshi
Yeah,
deck.
sure. Yeah, exactly.
You set it up with Majin Buu's new house, you know what's in their hand, and they come in at you with a whole bunch of attacks and no blocks.
And then you OVA, and then the game
You
is
double
over.
power tap.
He's digging
throw it to
now.
free throw, and OVA.
Dustin
He's
is
just going for
wasting
it. All
no
right.
time digging
Why
it
not?
immediately.
So now
it'll be interesting to see
right.
if they're going up.
Now you put him at 0, so I don't know. I think he's just gonna leave it there.
He's definitely a lot less threatening.
I mean, he's not gonna gain any stages by putting
Dustin
him.
wants to read it.
Turles 2 is kind of bad.
It's not. It's in this situation, it would either do a bunch of stages or also capture a Dragon Ball, which Dustin can deal with that.
Yeah, and you can just take one, so.
If I'm Dustin, I'm pushing up. You can allow him to capture your 1, and you can capture it right back with 7, while also bouncing your own 7 into your hand.
If that was his plan, though, I wonder why he led with that and not something else, and maybe soak some stages. I mean, he didn't know it was gonna hit, but
It's still at 3, you got your physical for 7 stages, which will.
Yeah.
again, more Dragon Ball control if he wants it.
Yeah.
I think he's
So
still
you think-
gonna
is he
want
doing it?
Yeah,
Is he?
I think that was the right play. I don't know if he has any physical attacks in his hand, but if he has any, then Turles is gonna take some damage.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. He's got the energy block, hybrid defense,
Yeah,
another dig.
He's got a second dig.
that's cool.
I mean, he could have theoretically dug them both up, but I
Yeah.
don't know how much that would have really helped him.
Right. Well, now he
maybe
can
he
push a
might
bunch of damage
dig.
through and then dig up.
Yeah, he still might.
I guess
dig.
that's
As a
true.
bonus with that, he had an energy attack in hand, yeah. So at level 2, it's
Oh,
now
yeah, he's got
unpreventable at
maximum
plus
will.
2, plus 3.
Right.
Is he taking? He didn't. Did he take
I
this
don't know.
stuff?
I don't know if he took a life card from that, but whatever. So I see tandem attack. I think Dustin might have 5 cards in his hand. I don't know.
I'm guessing he does
I think he
because he
did-
visited and he had.
Yeah, he has 5 cards, so
So
he'll
that
get the
tandem
card
attack. Yep. It's gonna be just for 3 stages, right?
Yes.
Oh,
Uh,
for 5 if he uses mastery.
Yeah.
Yeah, there it is. So that's not too bad. You can soak one more of those and then
Acceptable.
dig back up. Worth noting, he only has 1 physical block in his hands.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get dog.
Also worth noting, Turles can't use his mastery this
Right.
combat. A lot of people in red forget that when they
Not
use
even
it.
at the start.
You can use the when entering part. You can't use
Okay.
the part to
Right.
Gotcha.
pitch a card for your hand to play your top attack.
Dustin's attacking the anger and pushing through a huge attack.
That's gonna be big.
Dustin's
Maximum.
being smart here because he knows that Turles can't block the second dig, so he can
Mm.
just
Right.
kind of make
Right.
the stages.
If he wants those
when he
stages,
needs
he's
to again,
there for it.
Get up to 3.
He can dance around a lot of damage that way. And that will is unpreventable for 7, so that's a huge chunk
Should
of
have done
Turles.
9.
Yeah, 9 actually. I wasn't paying attention to how much he actually took.
Yeah, I
He
was-
probably took 9.
I assume it was right.
I assume. Turles is in a bind.
It's looking up pretty bad for him here.
He might discard the combo
Face
blast
break.
now because for him he doesn't know.
He doesn't know that he has
what dig
another
might
digger or any blocks, so yeah, I'd be looking to push physical right now. And he does.
He did discard, yeah. Yep.
Whoa. Hearing some weird noises through these headphones. It's freaking me
So
out.
Dustin can eat this one too and then dig after it.
If he wants to, he's still sitting on a block.
He does have a confrontation. He has 2 blocks.
He can't
can't
use the
confrontation.
confrontation. Right, because of red
Oh,
restriction.
that's right. That's
The
right.
one's an energy block probably won't get to use it.
I guess that's true. Can he not use hybrid defense
You
then?
can use
You can use hybrid
blocks.
defense,
You
yeah.
just can't use
But it isn't a-
non-attacking events.
In your
Oh,
attack
non-
phase,
oh, I gotcha,
right,
gotcha,
in your
gotcha.
attack phase, you have to attack.
That's it.
That's
That's the only thing you
what
can
red
do is
restriction
attack,
does.
which is also why
Okay.
the mastery doesn't work.
Right.
Ah, yes, yes, yes.
Even though the red mastery does attack.
You're not attacking when you use it. It's the same for Black Reflection.
Right.
Uh,
Majin Buu's Fury and Hercule's amazing techniques.
It's a little more clear this time around.
Right. Yeah, Dustin took it. Not too surprising there. Dustin does get to put the ball 3 at the bottom, so he can get
It's
that
all
back
there
if
if he
he'd
wants
like.
it. So we'll see if he digs now or if he pushes some more damage and then
Dustin
digs.
is sort of low on life tech count. It looked like, based on how he was holding it just now, it's about
yeah,
15,
you can kind of see in
maybe
his.
20
If
at
you
the
look in
most.
his hand cam, you can kind
Right.
of get a better view of
Yeah,
it.
he's not.
He's
running
down
away
5 or
with it.
10.
He is
He's
running
digging
now.
again.
So this is going to do 7 more unpreventable.
Yeah. Is he going up though?
He might
That's a
go up
good
now. He'll,
question.
he'll take the 7 damage and then go up.
Right. That's kind of what I'm thinking, just to get his stages back.
Yeah,
And then
he could use
be
the
at level
stage.
three.
You can soak Turles level 2. It doesn't do that much.
And it looks like we're seeing him go up.
Yep.
There we go.
Cool play.
Yeah, I like it.
I mean,
So he must have.
Well, and now he's 2 anger away from getting to 4, which he can do next turn.
if the first digger wasn't a surprise, the second one definitely was the surprise digger.
Did he draw that second dig then? Because
Yeah, I
he
think he
stacked
It was,
one.
it was in his
Yeah.
hand, it was in his top 3. Yeah.
Yeah. He visited
funny.
for 1. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. He visited for 1.
And even if he captures the Dragon Ball, he'll capture right back with his level 3.
Right, exactly. And allow him to bounce the 7 back into his hand, which is the
Right.
last thing Turles wants to do. So if Turles is smart,
If he's
maybe
thinking about it,
not
probably
going
just
to.
not let that happen.
Right.
Well, I'm not sure what else is in his hand here.
He's got an Energy Blast and 2 physicals, it looks like. Turles didn't get any attack table out of that jump.
Nope.
Piccolo did.
Yeah.
So he went from about 30,000 to about
This
800,000.
physical is only going to do 3.
Is that level 3 to hit a million?
Yeah, he's 3 Piccolos in
Like
E.
8 something, 800 something.
Yeah.
I think
His
the
level
3 is
2
an E.
Yeah, his level 2 hits like 800,000. Level 3
Oh, so
hits
it's
like a
million?
million
One,
one.
yeah,
Should be enough, right?
It really gets up.
not the level 3. F is 1 point whatever,
1.5.
1.4 or 5, yeah. A number that's so high that I haven't memorized.
Right. Doesn't come up that often.
Yeah, it doesn't come up.
It will now. It'll come up
I do
a lot
like
more
it
often.
just in general. Set 4, all the power levels went up. Like that makes physical a lot more viable, and I think that's a big reason we've seen a lot more physical.
Yeah, he
decks like
took
this
the
Red
3
17 today.
stages that deck
So,
did.
so
Chuckled a little bit to
Ow.
himself.
a funny thing here, Turles needs to pay 2 stages to use his power, and needs to pay 2 stages to use Red Energy Blast, and he's going to get hit with a physical for 7 in a second.
Yep.
So he's not going to have the stages
He's
to
not
use all his energies.
drowning in stages by any means. There,
Not
you see
anymore.
that.
Piccolo 3 is an underrated, just huge attack.
Yeah.
Especially, this isn't really the physical build, but in the physical build,
Well, yeah, you go from 2 to 3 in that.
Did he
that
just
deck.
draw a card?
I don't know.
No, I think Turles just took 7 stages from
Yeah.
Pickle's physical.
It almost looked like he drew a card.
He might have. Did he pick the one?
Discarded it from one.
Or maybe he was just touching his. It really looked like he
Yeah, I don't
drew
think
a
he did.
card.
He had 2
Dustin is
cards
putting
already.
ball 7 back in his hand. This is
I
the
don't know.
hit effect.
Right.
We'll see that again pretty soon.
Turles could take ball 1 now if he wanted to,
Yeah.
but
Dustin,
it doesn't necessarily
Gave him the
accomplish a
option.
lot.
Yeah.
He could still stop him from doing it by either stopping the attack or taking the 7 stages from
Right.
it, but
not that he wants to.
Yeah.
Although next turn he will
6
gain
stages,
8
actually.
stages.
yep. Or he could hybrid defense and possibly gain 2 anger if he's got the knee blocks in there.
All the
Yeah.
options.
So yeah, there's a lot of ways things could go right for Dustin, and a lot of ways things will go wrong for Cody.
Yeah.
Cody does have a heel kick.
And that other energy attack, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
But without his level 1 power, even if he heel kicks for a Shattering Leap, I don't see how he could push through.
Because
I mean, the Shattering Leap wouldn't go through anyway.
is his level 2 also no endurance, or is
Nope.
it?
There's
Really?
no anti-prevention on his level 2.
Oh.
His level 2's attack can't be prevented.
That's
Oh,
true.
okay.
So we'll see what he takes
it's,
here.
It's an energy for 5 stages, so whatever.
Oh, it's an energy, so he could block it with hybrid defense.
Yeah, or he could block that with. He's got a patient
Yeah.
block in his hand still, I think.
Dustin looks like he's got 21, 22 cards left, something like that. So he's doing fine.
He's alright.
He's all right.
Oh.
A little interesting, Turles threw the red heel kick first. That was like the big surprise left in your hand.
Double
Yeah.
He's trying to
strike.
get the level 3, looks like maybe.
Not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although, yeah,
If he can push Dustin down on
He's the only
stages,
option.
the Turles 2 can give you 2 anger also. So.
right. And he
Think
was-
Dustin
he
just
was a
mastered,
3
or
anger
did he?
briefly.
No, he lost anger. Never
Yeah.
mind.
He finally got a successful attack, lowered his anger one.
Right, exactly.
Does that
Successful
count
red
with his
attack.
mastery though?
Yeah.
With the
I think the
with-
last
with-
one should have lowered his anger also.
floating
like
effects
collision or
still
whatever.
go, not
yeah,
just.
it's an effect from all your attacks gain if successful. You lower your opponent's anger one. All your styled physical attacks, actually, I think.
Even because this is still
Surprised to see
restriction
it shoulder,
happened.
yeah.
Does that not matter?
Maybe I
No.
can see his hand,
Okay.
but-
His hand right now is a red energy blast and a red double strike.
Okay.
And he's using Turles level 2, so he no longer can afford the energy blast. But if that hits, he would be able to get a level.
Yeah.
It doesn't, because Dustin's smart. But so he's got a knee block in there.
We'll see
He
if he
doesn't have 2, it looks
Let's see if
like.
he puts his drills back on the table.
Yeah, he could either do that or, I mean, honestly, if you're putting yourself in 4 anger, he's about to level up anyway.
True.
So
Yeah.
You can go either way with it.
Do.
Since this is Cody's combat, I wouldn't be surprised if he parks on level 3 here and comes in next turn with his level 3 power again.
yeah,
I mean, he
throws a
could.
big
That would
physical for
hurt.
7.
Yeah.
So Cody's only got
Onslaught.
8 or 10 cards left.
Yeah, not.
See, whatever he's rejuvenating here, he can put on top of
It'll
his
be
deck
on the
at
bottom
end.
of his deck. So he's
Exactly.
Thinking real hard about it.
Yeah. So if he's going with Onslaught as one of them, I bet he's going to take a cross guard as one of them to put Heritage back into play,
Yeah.
which will push Onslaught up to a 8 life card
8
attack
life each.
twice,
Yeah.
and then who knows for the last card. But
I think he did. He picked out the onslaught.
yeah, he picked out the Onslaught. There's the
There's the
cross
cross
card.
There we
And
go.
then the last card, who knows?
Something else.
Thinking about a hurried quest.
It'll be buried on the bottom of his deck.
Right.
Yeah.
Lost in all of this, Dustin did have a ball 3 on the bottom of the deck.
Yeah,
a
that was
million
a while
years
ago.
Yeah.
He probably forgot or
Probably.
stopped carrying.
So long ago.
He is going
it's
to
been
get
so
to drop ball
long.
7 at the end of the turn too.
Which will make it a little hard to come in if he wants to.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Charles is almost dead though. He's one attack away, basically, especially
Yeah.
including that ball 7. Yeah. So now
So he'll take the anger, so he's within a mastery of leveling.
Yep. Dustin can now get to 4. What order is he putting him in? That's the real question.
Yeah.
It is
He's
important.
There's his,
I was expecting him to put the onslaught on the bottom. Doesn't
I
look
don't
like
think
it.
he
He
did.
left the knee block on the bottom, it looks like.
Yep. So this double strike's going to go through. It's not going to do a ton.
It's
It's
gonna lower his
not
anger.
going to do anything, actually.
Yeah.
It's 0 base plus
What?
2.
I'm trading anger here.
Yeah.
Eh.
Right. So he used it twice. Turles is now 1 strike away from hitting level 3, which he needs
is
to
terrifying.
do. He absolutely has to hit 3 to win.
Turles 3 is pretty good.
But I don't know if he's going to be able to do that with the way Dustin's set up.
No.
Knee block's going to the
Take the
top.
knee block back.
There you go.
Oh, so they're out? Okay.
Yeah, they're out of combat
Combat
now.
ends.
Dustin's going to
Oh, that's right. It was a double
Play that ball
pass.
7.
put the ball 7 down. He's got a really good hand, too, Dustin.
Has- You have a lot of good
Consider
hands when you have an
attacking.
extra card in it.
He drew a confrontation.
Very defensive.
Confrontation, sphere, patient block, and knee block, or knee catch.
If it weren't
Oh,
for
just kidding. That's a discard pile.
if it weren't for Turles being at 3 anger, I wouldn't be surprised if that is a handful blocks. I'm not quite sure that he could go in, just use his power, and then block all the other attacks. But
Right, yeah. But Turles being
But
so
be-
close to 3,
right, I
you don't wanna
probably
give him
wouldn't do
shot.
that.
Right.
Time.
Playing more defense.
Yeah, I mean, that's the right call here. If he's got a sphere in his hand, especially,
yeah.
we rib about it. Time sphere blank is the most
Pretty
boring 7 move in the game. If your opponent's got 8 cards left,
But especially
it's still probably the best move.
especially when it's a really straightforward deck like
Yeah.
Red Turles, where you know that time is gonna be very effective.
Right, exactly.
Another
Turles not going to be tricking around too much. It's going to throw attacks at you, and if you stop them, you'll be fine.
Got rid of that embarrassing drill. If that means anything.
So he does have 3 blocks in his hand,
Yep.
plus another card, which I think is a block.
A
confrontation,
confrontation. There you go. I'm a little surprised he didn't put a sphere on top, but I'm guessing what that means is he's looked through Cody's deck and there
He
aren't
did
any
look through the
spheres in there.
discard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's not worried about that at this point. Not
So
even
you
really
get the
worried
knee
about a
block,
restriction.
And then he's going to put it back on top, I'm guessing? No?
Yeah, it's gonna
Just kidding.
because
He did ball 7.
His top
so,
deck is yeah. You don't want to mess it up. So we'll see what Turles comes up with here.
Yeah, Turles is almost in a situation where he has to attack at
Yeah.
this point.
I mean,
Especially with a shattering on top
that
of the
that
discard
time's
pile.
not
Well,
going
that's
anywhere
gone,
until you until you deal with it.
Right. And with that many cards left,
I'm getting the deck count.
he has enough anger to combine blast. I don't think he has one in his hand though.
I'd be a nice player
That
right
would have
now.
been awesome. Yeah, that would have been.
I would lose my crap.
Looks like he's passing.
Maybe, yeah.
Oh, just kidding. Looks like he's calculating his odds.
Chatting. I think he's passing.
Looks like he's putting it down.
Yeah, I don't. Unless he's
Yeah,
got a
why not?
combined blast left in his deck, I don't see how this is going to help him.
Yeah.
I mean, at the same time, if you enter on a hand with no blocks and eat it, even just a dig and level 3 Piccolo, the game's over.
Yep.
So,
Yeah.
you know, it's a lose-lose situation.
Yeah, that's the tough situation you get at this point of the game, where
Yeah.
you can lose by being passive, or you can lose by being aggressive.
Right.
Is he might. I think he's passing. It really looks like it.
Yeah.
Or what?
He's going to continue thinking about it.
Putting cards in
That's fine.
places.
Looks like he just barely has enough cards for one more combat. So
Yeah.
Dustin could probably enter on that onslaught and end the game, I'm guessing.
Yeah, maybe.
Has there been a single block in Cody's deck? I think he's running red
He
stop,
runs
right?
red stop. I
And
think it
forward
runs.
standstill, but
His friend Sean was using energy defensive stance.
okay.
I don't think he's played a block
I
this
haven't
I don't think he's
game.
played
Right,
block. I
but-
agree. Yeah.
I think he did
Well,
some
and-
because
and
we
the other
watched
thing
him
is-
like in the beginning of the tournament. I'm pretty sure he
There's
played a
there's
few.
red stop. Yeah, there's a block.
That's true. The
There
first
we
time
go.
we played him, he drew 2 in the same hand.
Oh, that's right.
Kind of
Now
rough.
Turles is in a crappy situation where, oh, there goes the block back in the bottom. I
Okay.
wonder what he's holding on to.
Leave that on the bottom.
So there's that hand that was set up.
Here comes the combat.
Right, Dustin probably declaring,
I think he's assuming he
especially
is.
if he's still got that confrontation in hand. Because if you lead on confrontation with a
Yeah,
time in your
that's-
hand, that's pretty much game. Even if
Yeah, I think-
Finally
even if Cody
reminding him
draws,
to use his master.
Oh my God! Stop shaking
Right.
the table.
There's
Yep.
the confrontation.
He didn't even look at his cards.
He does have
there
the
is the
combined
combined
blast.
blast. That's so funny.
Oh man.
Interesting.
So if Dustin had passed, something miraculous could have happened.
Yep.
What does Combined Blast do?
It's
But
a-
shuts off events.
Yeah, you can pay 3 anger to make it so your opponent can't play events this turn.
Right. And it's an energy for 6.
also an energy
So it
for
turns
6,
off
yeah.
hybrid defense and confrontation and time
Yep.
and
He hits the combined blast.
yeah. I can hear them shouting about it from
Again, not a stare down either.
Yeah.
A stare down would not have helped there.
Yeah.
Right, because he would have been able to mastery to play the combined blast. Mm-hmm. So please stop saying that confrontation is worse than stare down and that confrontation is not a 3 of, because you're wrong.
Concur.
Same.
I wonder if he was holding on to that or if he drew it.
The combined blast, he drew it. That
Yeah,
was our
because
draw.
he was the one he was holding on to. He had left at the bottom, and he just like drew 3 off the
Okay.
top.
Yeah, yeah.
That sucks for
So,
him.
and I'm guessing that's why he passed, is
Yeah.
he knew he had a combination blast left in his deck.
That's probably what he was searching
That's
for.
rough.
Dustin did the right thing and attacked.
Yep, that's why you can definitely push your advantages.
Yep.
Oh, Turles
Times,
Power.
you
It's a dig for the game, probably.
Yep,
There
that's
is.
it.
Good game.
All right.
There. Okay.
Dustin is our winner again for the
Dustin winning
20K.
the second consecutive
Ah.
Eternal One.
So that means more of you have to come to knock him off his
Yeah,
perch.
somebody stop him.
Come on, somebody, please.
Maybe I'll play
It's
next
on the
time.
tear.
Oh, he's something. He's doing
He's
things.
something. So that was a fun tournament. I think it went really well. Got a
Yeah.
really cool
We had a lot
selection of decks
of.
here today.
Is there anything that
Yeah, there's
surprised
rows.
you guys overall about the deck?
I was surprised.
More red Turles. than
Red,
was
lots,
red.
Yeah.
lots of red Turles, lots of red
I
Ruthless.
think only
Yeah.
one Ginyu deck, I think.
Only one Ginyu deck.
One
Way to
Ginyu,
go,
3
us.
Krillins.
3 Krillins.
Yeah,
And-
this
and
was,
just-
was an anti-meta in a lot of
A
ways.
general balance of the tournament.
I was a little surprised by the low number of perceptive entries. Perceptive's
just
done
one.
well in our locals lately, but nobody really took a
There was one.
shot today.
We had the one, but
Yeah, that was
was
the
it.
Wheelo deck, right?
No.
There's a 7.
Oh, it's
black
17.
yep.
Yeah, it was 17.
Yeah.
There was a blue
There
willow.
were like 4 17 black decks.
There were a lot of 17s.
Yeah.
I'm really surprised only one ended up in top cut.
Was there a 20 in top cut?
I was
Phil.
the only 20 in top cut.
That's right. That's right.
Knocked out courtesy of Brandon.
Yeah, that was a-
Whose
was
whose
a
shoulder
really good-
is
that was
just
a really
barely
good
in
game.
frame.
Hey, you can see his shoulder.
Just your shoulder. There we go.
Hi. So whoever said Blue Man Group, that's us.
Yeah, we really.
We'll cosplay Worlds next year. as the Blue Man
Spray
Group.
paint yourselves
that way.
blue.
Yeah. I'm gonna hunt down Dustin and get him in.
Yeah, get his blood over here.
Yeah.
I don't know what I would ask him, but
He's probably
Tell us
dead
about
at
your
this
deck we've been
point.
talking about for 2 hours.
yeah, right. Gloat about how awesome he is.
Bask in his glory, or what have you.
Reminded me missed cut like 4 times last year. That'll bring him
Aw.
back.
You're so mean, Kyle. Ow! Shots fired.
Yeah.
This is not a safe place.
I don't even remember what I said. It's not your safe place.
No, we're getting the. It's like we're coming on hour 9, so I don't
We're doing
I don't know where I am. Kind
Throw
of
us a
right.
little.
That's why I made sure to bring water with me.
I drank it all like 4 hours ago.
It's a drinking fountain right there. I've been refilling from it. I'm fine.
Eh.
Hydration is important. It
Alright,
is.
so we'll
It is.
So we definitely, I think we put on a good show here today. And
I hope so.
Going forward, we'll start to see. I don't want to even say more variety. I think we'll continue having the variety we've had. That's been really cool so far.
I'm gonna try to give you guys sweet release. Let me set my bag down.
Dustin's here to save us from ourselves.
Yeah, so Mike's gonna come in a second and make a couple announcements about future tournaments.
Okay.
I mean,
I think
you gotta look at the chat. I'm good unless there's anything anyone wants
What do you
opinions
wanna
on.
What do you people want? Anything from
Because-
him?
There was something I was going to ask you. I don't remember.
What a game.
Congratulations.
Uh-huh.
That was really neat. Like, at one point, did you decide that you wanted to dig him up? Like,
Well, when I was looking for viable options to visit for that tourney attacked me, I was like, well, there's really nothing in here.
Yeah.
I could go for a fucking knee block,
we
which is
thought
pretty
you were just
shitty.
going to take the boring block.
Yeah, and I was like, hell no, this is aggressive and defensive. Let's do this. And then I drew into the second dig.
The second one was the one
Yeah,
that really
which took
surprised
the
everybody.
pressure off of, like, I was like, all right, I can just throw one now and
Right.
let's see what happens.
We were really surprised you led with the
Drill
first one because
package.
you said 10 stages at that point still.
Sure.
But
I
knowing
was,
that you
yeah,
had
I
a
was,
second
yeah,
one.
exactly. I was sort of feigning him at that point. I was like, here it is.
You have a request. I'm not gonna. You take it as you will.
No, thank you, but you can PM me. I mean, we'll make something happen. You know, pay to play. You gotta come on.
$5
You want
a
this?
minute.
Yeah, exactly. You want the skin? You gotta pony up something. I'm not saying I'm above it. I'm just saying it's not free. So yeah, that's that. It's a cool. Oh, go for it.
Two 1K wins.
Yeah, and the thing we were saying at the end of the game, I was like, it was like 50-50, like, because he couldn't have known what necessarily was going to happen when he was entered. But I was like, the worst thing that you did was enter first turn, because he milled off ball 7 and 6 in a sequence such that I'm like, all right, I'm just going to get these in play if he doesn't do anything about it.
I guess you didn't notice it. He shoulder grabbed early in that turn and didn't create your anger.
The next comment.
Oh,
Yeah, comment two.
Didn't draw a card off of
Yeah.
for whatever the intent.
oh, the drill.
The
that's
drill. He
right.
forgot to draw.
Yeah,
I thought
there's
about that
here,
after
there-
like
yeah.
2 or 3 actions. I was like, has he used that yet?
So
And I was
that
like-
could have shifted the game
Is this?
pretty
Is
hard.
that what
Yeah.
this is about? I'm not 100% sure.
Oh, I think he's asking about.
Oh, mine? Really good. I'm glad that I switched. Like, even though in that match it would have been helpful, I'm glad I took out combat drill
Okay.
for heritage drill.
I really like heritage drill.
Over the course of the tournament, it helped a lot. When I was making tweaks last night, I wanted to put 2 heritage drills in, but I couldn't find the space, so it currently runs
I've
one.
wanted to push heritage drill into decks a lot lately.
And
so.
we're running cross guard.
Yeah.
Support for it.
Yeah.
It's easy to put it in.
Yeah, there was in at least one game this tournament, I just took it without enduring it and then pulled it into play, and it helped me win a game. But yeah.
Yeah. Suddenly, all those energy attacks are doing 7, 8, 9.
But yeah, still, Dunamekian's real good. That's all I can say. It takes a lot of practice, and you have to be, when you're playing in the Swiss rounds, you have to be very diligent with like your tenor. Like if you can't, sometimes you just have to step it up, and like you'll even feel uncomfortable taking the actions you're taking, but you have to just move more faster to get the games to go quicker, so that you don't time out and then just ruin everything. But
Yeah, you only came close to time the one time, but that was
you
when
had one
Namekian
game called at
Mirror.
time.
yep.
But
Yeah.
Yeah, the rest of Swiss, I was fine.
And save that, if it hadn't have been top 4, I bet that other
yeah, that
Namekian
was,
game
that
would
was
have
like
gone
an hour
like
and a half.
time and a half.
I
Like
mean,
that
I
was,
could have gone faster, but I was like, well, they said we could keep playing, so I'm going to take my time and think. And that was the Namekian knowledge.
Yeah.
So you definitely have to pick. Yeah, it sucks. And you have to pick a way to win, which is probably just kill them over time.
Right.
Because that's sort of what happened in that game. Like, I played Frisco with Namekian Knowledge, and I told Brandon, he said, well, how did that game go? And I was like, well, past the halfway point, I was pretty much in control, because I had his anger locked down. He was hovering between, like, level 1 and 2.
I did walk over there after like 45
Okay.
minutes. He was at level 1 with no anger.
Yeah, and then I had...
And all the dragon.
Yeah, I had my board built, and I had the smoothest drill and the equivalent out, so I was basically just outpacing him every turn, and it was sort of a matter
You were on
of...
level 2, so he couldn't even throw
Yeah.
a ball by
Yeah,
taking yours.
yeah, exactly. At the end of the game, I was at level 2, and he was level 1 for the last couple turns, so he, like, it really wasn't much of a threat. I was just like, eventually, if I can not make a mistake, I'll win this game, so...
When you saw a combined blast in his hand in that last game, had that been something you had been kept keeping in mind, or did
Yeah,
that kind
and
of?
that's part of the reason I switched to stage pressure, because I was
Okay.
like, that needs anger and stages, so if I can keep him either below 3 anger or below 3 stages, I can just dodge it completely.
Despite how much you were winning that game by at that point, if you passed there, you might lose that game.
Sure, yeah,
Matters on
totally.
combined blast.
Right, and then just,
Whole
oh,
hand.
this hand is done. That's really bad.
I have no more cards,
I
right?
did have, not that it matters now, but I had,
You had a lot of blocks.
yeah, I had the, Restored. What's the
Patient block.
No, the one that gains 5 stages. I forget the
Okay,
names of half these fucking cards.
Forceful block.
Yeah, so that would have been the thing I could have still done if that had happened.
And I think even if you'd done that, you could have just killed him with dig.
Maybe.
Right. Yeah, at that point,
not
he had
the
so
kind
few
of thing you wanna
stages
start
that,
dancing
yeah,
with.
exactly. I was even pushing damage that way. Like we were saying, like I said to Phil and kind of everybody before I came over here, the scariest and weirdest thing about the build of that deck that I'm running is that it can just turn into a physical beats for a turn, and like you never see it coming. So like they're playing the whole game, being like, oh, they're just kind of sitting there doing whatever,
You
throwing out an energy attack.
leaping
once in a
kick from
while.
2 to 3.
Right.
That's how I run my physical.
Oh,
build.
I like that. Yeah, that's not bad.
New Piccolo 2 is nuts.
It's definitely a very
And in
viable
fact,
build.
yeah, and in fact, like that'll make your matches quicker. Like
yeah.
that'll speed your curve up. So I'm saying like this is one build of the deck, but there are I bet there are 6 different versions of Restored Namekian that you can run, and they'll all be awesome in different ways.
That's the build I was running with last week, because you kind of just speed through level 1.
Yeah.
Level 2, the leaping kick to 3. That's 3 attacks
Yeah, exactly.
from that.
You've got
And then all your 9 attacks to draw cards.
Yeah, it's insane. And they have the one that can be played 3 that's not
Yeah,
unforgettable. There's a million good
backhand.
Namekian physical attacks.
And the modifier
Oh, it's so
drill that
good.
plays itself out of
And it's
card
fun.
control.
Yes,
It's a lot of fun.
You're doing stuff all the
It's
time.
still threatens to
Yeah,
by
that's
Dragon Ball.
that's still like playability aside. My biggest beef with Old Namekian is it's the deck where you just kind of sit there and
Right.
do nothing. You're always engaged when you're playing New Namekian.
real
It's
hard
so
about what
good.
you do.
Yeah.
I'm curious.
Yeah, you missed one.
In the second combat, you went on a shoulder grab and then didn't crit when you hit with like some meaningless physical. You would have drawn a card. They were telling me that. I didn't think that. Capturing the ball probably wouldn't have mattered because he was on 2 and he had to use his power. But then card draw.
Sure.
You wouldn't have won me the game.
Yeah, but anyway, I mean, I'm good if you guys are. I think I'm gonna call it. The last thing I'll say, my challenge, the community.
Yeah.
There
Throw it
should
down.
be a tournament with more Restored Namekians than knowledge Namekians. It's better. It just is.
And it's more fun.
Yeah, and it's more fun and it's more interesting. There's
easier
more
to
different.
control.
Yeah, there's more different things you can do with it. So that's my challenge to you guys.
You were the only restored deck period in this tournament.
Yeah.
I was so disappointed when you told me that. Like when I saw the things on Facebook, I was like, guys, come on.
Brandon Touchin is adding the caveat, it is much more difficult to use.
That is
If
true.
you're not a good player, you might not
Especially
succeed
because
with it.
none of the builds are especially obvious or
and
even intuitive. So
other
depending
than-
on what you wanted to do,
Right.
I
you
still
kind of
think-
have to build it.
Yeah, I still think you could run just like the purest fizz beats you
could.
can get it to, and like it would be like approachable enough that like plenty of people could play it, and it would
Yeah.
still be super
The
viable.
build I had isn't especially complicated. It would be a lot like that.
Or you can net deck Dustin's build, which he has posted online.
Yes.
I can post the changes if you want. It's like 4 cards different from the.
All right.
Yeah,
here's
you watch the
Mike.
matches I
Here.
played, you can probably figure it out.
What are we gonna?
All right, Mike's gonna come for like 5 seconds and talk about future tournament stuff, and then we're out. So I'll go get him.
He's literally right there.
Yeah, there he is. Mike, sit down.
Woohoo!
All right, I know you got an announcement first. Great tournament.
Yeah.
Thanks for running it.
Really appreciate you two.
Yes.
Had a lot of fun. I think, just in general, thanks for running these tournaments every week. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Always just coming down.
I do it really for all the guys that come.
Yeah, I mean, you've been around forever, like a lot of us.
Yeah, exactly. Old school. Old school, everyone me. But I really
Anyway.
enjoy, getting you guys out playing here as well.
But it's funny, like in the entirety of old Z, I maybe went to 10 locals.
Yeah.
Now I'll come to this 2-3 times a month.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, this is where you're gonna get your playtesting in, and
Yeah.
that's,
And our local is better than any local we ever could have gone to earlier. Like, we
Yeah.
have so much
That's
talent
true.
here.
Yeah.
It's a good place to practice.
that's true. It's all focused in one place now.
Yeah, we had like 2 or 3 kind of scattered
Yeah.
locals back then. Anyway, sorry.
Yes. So yeah, announcements to make. We are holding a ARG event.
Cool.
It's right now scheduled for February 6th, Saturday. We are going to be trying to contact ARG Monday to see if we can shift that to the following weekend for
The
scheduling
13th?
conflict. Yeah, the 13th. For scheduling conflicts,
Mm-hmm.
we get a considerably better turnout if we were
Yeah.
able to do that. So we will be posting on that officially Monday night, Tuesday morning.
Okay.
So
Have they given you like specifics on prizes or prices or anything? Okay.
Yes, they've given us, it's going to be a $25 entry. They have prize support, so I believe top 8 gets playmats. The top 2 gets an invitation to the ARG National Championship.
It's currently unannounced, right?
Yes, that is currently unannounced, but that's part of the prizes. And then there's going to be packs distributed based on number of players, I believe, for 1st through 16th, if I recall
Cool.
properly.
Neat.
So that's going to be happening.
Okay.
Towards the end of February, beginning of March, we're going to be holding a release event for the Perfection set coming out. So that's going to be pretty huge. We usually get 30 people.
We usually get
for
about
that as
30.
well.
Yeah,
25.
they're pretty big.
Yeah. So we're going to have a good turnout for that. March, we are going to be doing some form of win-a-case tournament.
Awesome.
That's what we'd like to do here is once a month have some
One-
sort of larger
yeah.
tournament, either
Yeah.
a cash tournament or boxes.
We had to win a box 2 weeks
release.
ago.
Yeah.
That went real well.
Exactly. Yeah. Even just to win a box. But I'd like to do a bigger tournament, kind of give away all
More
different
stuff.
sets. Yeah, exactly. Set 1, set 4, set 3, set 5, whatever the people in the different rankings choose.
But not two?
And then,
Nobody wants to. Let's be honest.
but that's the fun. There's some really good rares in 2
Yeah,
that people
you
need in their
pull
decks.
wall breakers and crushing
Yeah,
beams. That's
crushing
about
beams,
it.
exactly.
Pull diggers.
Yeah.
Or set 1 print 4 foils.
Oh yeah, okay.
The new
good,
set 1
the,
for us.
4th print run.
Yeah.
Okay. Those are really nice. And that's what we have in right now is set 4th print run set 1. So I'm sure that'll be a popular.
Everybody wants
popular
it.
pick.
I haven't talked to anyone who
Doesn't want
who's
that.
on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll have that, and then April will more than likely be another 1K event. We'd like
Alright.
to do it
Neat.
once every quarter. And we had a great turnout.
I think this went really well today.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah,
Absolutely.
for
And
sure.
Keep it up.
we were missing 10 of our
we missed a
regular
couple of people.
Right.
Yeah.
It was really nice to
because
see
of
the
the
guys
time
from
of year.
Ohio to come up.
That was
awesome.
That was really
Yeah.
great of them to
Yeah.
show up.
Yeah.
I think they did really well today.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
came
they did.
strong.
Also showed up today too.
Yeah.
Those guys have a 2 or 3 hour
Yeah.
drive, and they came out today.
Yeah. So it's really nice just seeing not only our regulars, but then also from the community around us, and that's what we really are trying to get towards is getting all those people out there.
I think you're doing a great job too.
Yeah, for sure.
That's my
Gift to the
yeah, exactly. No. That's like my prize for running these events. I really like seeing the turnout, the different deck types that we get out here, and then just everyone enjoying themselves. And that's why I like giving away the random extra promos and playmats and stuff like that.
So
and
many
it's great that Panini
freezes.
gives you so much of that stuff too. To
Yeah.
just kind of give out. And
Yeah, I mean,
especially
all
like
those
the
guys.
playmats,
are really
especially.
great.
I know those aren't free.
Yeah.
No, but Aaron's really cool about hooking us up for all the even just regular casual events.
Yeah.
He gives us a lot of good promos, and I like to give those out to people. I'm not one of those guys that wants to sell.
Put
the
some on
playmats
eBay.
online. I can't do that.
Monsters.
I
They're
can't
out
do
there.
that. I'll give out extras to players. That's why all the regulars have 10 freezes.
I was gonna say for our first 1K, you got like a shipment of freezer promos.
Yeah.
And not many places got that.
Yeah.
level, you know?
Yeah.
So
That was a good thing for the players to get. That's
Crashed
what
the
$10
market
card.
for it around here, but
Around
Yeah.
here it did. Yeah, people were pissing.
Yeah,
out.
everyone's
Uh-huh.
got at least 3 or
Freezers.
4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Most
Who needs
places.
freezes?
I mean, then
I made a freezer
afterwards,
percentage.
we were eventually getting them
So, yeah.
at like our local
Using that
Yeah.
promo.
things. We had so many.
But yeah, big thanks to everyone at Panini. They always take care of us here. Aaron, Richie, Ake, all those guys.
I think that's why a lot of us play too. Is it's a much smaller atmosphere and there's a lot more direct contact between us and
Yes.
the Panini people, as opposed
Yes.
to other bigger games. You'll never even know the names of the people that run these things.
Right.
Exactly.
Richie's posting something every week.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
commenting
mentioned us
on
in
your
their
things.
posts.
and-
Yeah,
right,
that was
exactly.
really cool.
Shout
At
us
Gen
out.
Con, I got to spend some time, a good hour, with Aaron,
Mm-hmm.
speaking about the upcoming sets, OP season, all sorts of different things. And it was really good to talk with him. He's a really cool guy, and I look forward to the future,
Yeah.
possibly regional.
Hopefully
here.
some good news for us this
Possibly
year. We'll
regional.
see.
We're hoping to announce one more tournament.
Yeah,
this
one
Yeah.
more regional here.
We'll see.
I think we got a good chance of that. I don't know anything yet. We're going to be talking with Aaron over the next week to try and set up more tournaments, especially for our conventions that we're going to have in the area of Detroit. We'd
Sort
like
of
to
City
do-
Comic Con, Umicon, stuff
Yeah,
like
Comic
that.
Con, Yomicon. We want to be.
Yeah. I mean,
established
Yomicon is
presence there.
big.
Yeah.
That's getting big, right?
It's so big.
It's taking off.
And we would have been there this past year if
I remember.
scheduling conflicts. 2 of our managers have kids, and it was right on Halloween.
Oh,
Saturday.
that's right. Yeah,
So
it
they're
is
like, there's
then.
no way we can make
That was a
there.
tough weekend for everybody.
Yeah.
So this year it should be a little more schedule friendly. We're gonna have a tournament out there. Like I said,
Neat.
Aaron usually hooks us up with really cool promos for that stuff.
I'll probably be right around the time that set 7 comes out too.
What month?
October.
Yeah, it's the Yomacon's the end of October.
See what happens.
So we might also have a release
Go.
event.
That's when Gohan Namekian makes his triumphant return.
Right, exactly.
Ow, ow.
Yeah.
Gohan.
Save those power hits, guys. They're
Yeah.
huge. So yeah,
All right,
thanks for letting me check
Thank
in.
you. Thanks for
Yeah,
all
for
your great
sure.
announcements,
I
running the
really
stream.
appreciate you guys setting up the stream and announcing and
That's,
everything.
Yeah.
that's mostly Lorraine and Dustin.
Sure.
That's all their stuff. I just came
Love
in
it.
here and
You helped.
yeah.
You did good.
You got the color commentary.
Yeah.
Yeah. And from what I understand, it was pretty well done.
That's true. With Lorraine, that's her
This is
second time
my
doing this.
two-time.
I just
And you've
filling
done an
in for
excellent
Brian.
job. This is, I think, the job, guys. Thank you, guys.
You helped too,
I
Kai.
didn't do it.
You did. You helped.
And it was really cool, thanks to the people that were watching on the stream also. We got up to 40 people watching it.
Oh,
wow.
wow.
So
All right.
Yeah, I
that was
wasn't
really
actually
awesome.
checking
Thanks,
that.
Albie. I was keeping up on the feed too. It seemed pretty good.
So you're actually watching it from
Yeah.
behind the desk. That's cool. I didn't realize
technically
that.
39 because
Ah.
the store computer.
Like,
up
we
We
might have
had
been one.
we had
too.
a lot more in the chat this time than last
Yeah, there's a
time.
nice active
Yeah.
chat. Sorry we didn't pay more attention.
So it's
Yeah,
also
things
great.
got crazy a little
Except
bit.
Lorraine. That's
I tried. I'm
Yeah,
right
she's so
here.
great.
We got these guys out here
Hashtag
too,
girl. It was like
to
it's a
watch.
girl 2016 or something.
girl 2016.
Or something like.
2018, but
See, we gotta get her playing in one of these.
That's what I
tournaments.
keep saying. She
I-
should
well,
be
Kyle
thrown
too.
in. Me too. All
Kyle
right.
as well. Yeah.
Maybe next
Oh, it
time.
doesn't
Brian
go
will
up
do
as
this next
far.
All right. As long as somebody
Dustin
does
needs
it.
to take
Yeah,
the
Dustin
tournament
needs
off.
it. He won the last one.
He won the last one, yeah.
Okay.
He's cleaning shop.
Dustin free 1K. There you go, folks. Said it here
We
first.
won't let him play.
Go out with Thomas.
That's what you
have
put
to-
on the banner. It's
have
like
to
No
go
Dustin.
the 1K now Dustin free.
Yeah, now Dustin free. And 100% Saiyan free also.
Yeah. That's,
Well, that's what this one
You
was.
know that, Panini?
I really wanted to put a Saiyan deck on round one. It didn't
Yep.
happen.
There weren't
Sorry.
any.
Blue tag team.
Not yeah. I would have done a tag
Nah.
team at one point. We got to see some cool decks today though. Like
Yeah.
There were no blue tag teams?
some red toes. No tag teams at all.
Yeah, we had.
It might have done well.
Like the fifth
Might have
retro.
done well. So yes, thank you guys.
All right,
Appreciate
thank
it.
you. All right.
Gotta
I
go
think
look up our
that's gonna be it for us here. I
Yep,
think-
we're heading out. Thanks you all
Phil,
for stopping
is-
by.
Did Alec leave? Is he gone?
I don't think so.
All right, were we gonna do a thing or were we done?